everyone. Let's talk about Boogie again. One more time, please, I beg. Because the whole story of him having cancer is just completely gone. He admitted it. He has like a huge pile of evidence against him. And there's not a single fan, I pray to God, that still believes he might still have cancer. There's no way. I have to admit, of a lot of dramas that have, carried on over the history of the internet, his has to be the longest, spanning over 2 years, and the most hidden beneath. Because when he said it in a video or a tweet, I believe he just flat out said he had cancer. People back then, they had a bit of faith in him and they actually believed, he was telling the truth. But over time, more and more shit happened, completely in his control, because bear in mind, he was begging for money every time, or whenever he was scamming people, he used, the tired old excuse of like, I need the money for the cancer treatment over and over and over. So there's no blaming that. But it was also on one side interesting, because he was so diehard, like that one Japanese guy, who was fighting for World War II 20 years after it ended. That was Boogie right there on the Lolcard podcast, where he would not give up. I think like the most he could get him to say was like, he does not say, what was there was a condition he had. Polycythemia vera, that was one. He admitted himself that he never found a document that says polycythemia vera. He never even found the actual document in the first place, yeah. So just, despite like how painful that video was that I made about him, I have to admit, I did enjoy making it. Because it was fun to watch like all the clips over the podcast or the stream, and like actually watch him physically pull out of his ass just excuses to make up that he does have cancer. That was a good stream. I'll put my stamp of approval on it. But now, there was another stream, because Keemstar, he loves to, milk him. He's not making him that bad. Or if he is milking him, he deserves it. But his recent stream, it was way more insane, because now this whole facade of Boogie having to seem very strong, or just believing that he actually does have cancer, it just broke down. And if you watch clips of him, I'll put it up in the video. If you see clips of him now, not only does he seem depressed, but over the course of a few minutes, he actually just snaps at Keemstar, just yelling over and over. Initially, I found it funny, but then I realized, this is some fat asshole that lied to all of his fans for the sake of money, and I was getting angry at people debunking him or proving him wrong, and he's yelling at them. It makes no sense. Bear in mind, this is Boogie, you can't really expect normal behavior from him, so it just kind of makes sense. But still, I feel like even in his broken brain, his broken dead brainworm brain, he would understand that this is completely all of his fault. There's no one else to blame. So I think now, he's slowly accepting defeat, because you have to remember as well, not only was he outed out as a liar, but Keemstar also fired him, because that's one important crew member, lying for such, not only a crew member of the podcast, but his friend as well. I know Keemstar, really hates him, but there have been times where he tried to help him with the weight loss, and also just motivation to make more stuff on YouTube, because his channel, a bit of a rotting horse on the side of a road. So when he admitted that he just lied, he was a bit heartbroken as a friend and, as a manager, boss, of whatever, because he does own the podcast, but even then he didn't feel right having him on, so he kicked him out. Or as he said, a temporary leave, until he felt like, he redeemed himself to come back. And you know what? Redeem himself he did. Not in a good moral way. Of course, all the money that he stole from his fans wasn't returned, or he might in the future, but right now he hasn't. He redeemed himself in an entertainment way, by getting a tattoo on his face in Comic Sans, the worst font ever, saying liar right down his face on the right side. Yes, my right side. When I first saw it, I didn't believe it, because in the thumbnail it looked like just Photoshop, because you have to make the thumbnail look more attractive. But then I watched the video, which I'll be showing right now. I watched the video, skipped through, and there you go, right on his fat fucking cheek, like an actual branded pig. I should say now, it's not permanent, because between this stream, it was co-hosted by Keem and Wings of Redemption, and they agreed that he should have the tattoo on his face for as long as he kept the lie going, that being 2 years. And I was like, fair enough, you know what, he did lie for that long. It would be bad if it was some rotting old man in a care home and he still had it on there. It seems a bit too punishing. So that either means that he got a fake tattoo, a kid one, which just wash off. I'm not sure if that's possible, because he does take a shower, believe it or not. Or he has a stipulation that after 2 years, he can come back to the same guy or someone else and get it lasered off. One of those two. So say what you will about Keemstar and Boogie, but you have to admit sometimes they know how to make a stream entertaining, like just an idea that makes you want to watch it, because I did. So for this video, instead of me covering the story, let's just, you and me, watch this, stream, the VOD. Yeah, come on, sit next to me. I'll buy you popcorn, I'll buy you a soda, I'll rub your fire, I'll keep you warm. What, you don't feel safe around me?
I'm somewhere in Arkansas, and they happen to do tattoos where I currently am.
Why are you so
Oh,
real?
you mean this is the end of it? I ain't doing nothing more. Damn. Guy, no more punishments, no more nothing. We're done today. We're done. I'm done. Either I'm back on the show or I'm not.
What's so out of sync? Okay, I will say, he does make me happier. I think after he realized, that this is the only thing he could do, to redeem himself, to the fans at least a little bit. But I don't like this mentality that he seems to have, where someone pointed out in the comments, where he's making it seem like he sees his tattoo as a way to redeem himself morally. It doesn't, but it does, make it very clear to everyone that he's an actual pathological liar. And I believe it for a fact. There's so much evidence, around the years that he just lies, either to maintain a story, like the cancer one, or just out of nowhere for no reason, that you're like, why did you lie about? He gets found out later and you're like, why did you lie about that? Which is why.
Dan, I need you to do a poll for me.
Okay.
Me and Jordy agreed the hand is the best place.
Don't worry, he didn't. On his face, just wait.
I'll never see it if it's here. But if it's here, I'm gonna see it every time I tweet, every time I post anything, every time I do anything. I have to see the word liar right there on the back of my hand.
I hate that reasoning. It makes more sense to be on my hand because I always see my hand. True, but is your webcam pointed at your face or your hand? Come on, Boogie, don't lie.
There it is. That's it. That's it right there. You think it's hilarious, Dan, and you think it's hilarious.
Shut up. The first time I saw it, I was like, a bit too generic, but it makes sense, Such a goofy font, so comical, it would make sense to be on the face of some fat guy that looks so miserable. So that makes me happy.
This is my thought process, and you tell me where I'm wrong, okay? Number one, this is funny, right? Number two, it's degrading as hell. And I did something bad.
Shut up.
This is going to allow me to forgive myself. If somebody else out there decides to forgive me too, that's great. But it allows me to just let go of the situation because I'm over it. I don't want to feel like anymore about this,
See, that's what I mean. I get that, he did redeem himself. He didn't have to get a tattoo, except he did, because, nobody would accept him otherwise. And the second thing is that Keemstar made the stipulation that if he doesn't, he can't come back to Lolcow Live. Basically, the only thing he has to make money, which I was right before in my last video where I said, I feel like he will make a comeback to Lolcow Live. He did. He did, because he went through with Keemstar's suggestion, so, he's allowed back. But I feel like, unless he returns the money, he has tens of thousands of dollars that he stole. Unless he returns it, I don't feel like a tattoo that small that you're gonna see in a second would be worth him stealing tens of thousands of dollars. It's just not.
I already respect you as an entertainer. I feel like you're the most underrated entertainer on all of YouTube, and I really truly mean that. Don't tell me to stop glazing Boogie. Come on, this is legendary. He's getting a face tattoo. I'm gonna put respect where respect is earned. God damn it.
About that, yeah, he says he has to get the respect. When you have at least thousands of people yelling at you and 3 close friends, Keem, Wings, Tommy C, guys are part of the podcast, can you really say that he's I'm gonna do it myself? Yeah, I'd self-admit. No, he had people yell at him in the face to do so. It's not respectful.
We talked about doing it in the thumbnail. My tattoo artist, severely advised against it. And this man has face tattoos for the record. So he knows what he's talking about.
Oh, that makes sense, yeah, because I guess if the pen gets too close to a nerve, it will make you blind. Boogie, get blind for us.
No.
Is it more painful? Is it harder to cover up later on in life if you want to change it? What are some of the reasons?
Yeah, just a little bit of everything. I think the jawline is probably something he could live with and deal with for the rest of his life if he has to. So.
Yeah. And there is a chance that 2 years down the road, I'm going to get laser removal, right? Which is expensive. I probably won't be able to afford it 2 years down the road.
Shut up. That offends me so much. It offends me because I remember seeing another clip before. I see so many clips where he said he pretended to be so financially fucked over that he made it seem like earning $1,800 last month was the worst month ever. People would cut off their own head for that kind of money to give to their families, and he's complaining for that much. I think his main point was that the house he lives in, maybe it might be a mortgage, he has to pay that, and the money that's left over for food, bills, utility, it doesn't leave him for a lot. move out of there and go to an apartment that's much cheaper, you bovine.
Do an extra piece of paperwork before we start,
Okay.
saying that you can't sue me and that you're mentally stable. Okay?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
Okay, I'll get it printed out.
Thank you.
I have to do extra paperwork saying that I'm mentally stable.
You moron. If you want to prove you're mentally stable, show them that clip of you yelling at the camera. That's good.
He lied about cancer for at least 2 years, so he needs to do at least 2.
That's a good point. That's a
Yeah.
very actually he should have to have that on his face for as long as he kept the lie up.
Boogie, I would also like to point out that next time you go in front of a district attorney, you're gonna have the word liar on your face.
Oh, I know. I know.
My god. Guys, I'm realizing now, Bowie's kind of fat.
You're anxious.
You're anxious. You're not getting a tattoo on your face.
Don't move. Just listen to him. There you go.
Wait, that's that small?
That's what we agreed on.
I don't know, man. That's pretty big in person. I could read that across the room.
I feel like it should be bigger.
Yeah, can we get that bigger?
Dude, it's huge. It's over an inch. It's a quarter of my face, man.
The whole chat is spamming tiny. Can you look in the mirror what that looks like?
Oh, yeah. That's so big. Oh, my God. That's so much bigger. Oh, my God.
It's not.
Oh, my God. It looks huge.
Okay, I like this moment because it really shows like how that exterior he was showing before. We're like, guys, okay, I'm getting that too. I'm redeeming myself. Now that he knows just how big it is and he can feel it when he had the figure poked in him, he knows that's massive. He probably got shown in the mirror and now it's fully sitting in on him. That's why I hate him so much. He puts up his front of, doing this thing as his own volition, like, it's the right thing. He does deserve it, but he pretends like, God, okay, I'm doing it on myself. But then once this expectation gets blown over to what it deserves to be, like much bigger than he wanted to, that's when he shows like his actual true expectation. That's showing just how fake he was in the first few minutes of this whole video. That's why I hate it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes.
Holy fuck.
There you go. There you go.
Holy
There you go.
perfect.
That's sick. That's sick. Oh God, that's sick.
I will say, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but I think you can tell the integrity of some of these people who make videos about how I f***ed up, whether or not they make a video about this. Because this is good content. Talk about it.
Fuck you, boy. I'll talk about whatever I want. Okay, that's in the video. There's no point in me dragging on for longer. I think the last few minutes he talks to Keem like how he's gonna drive back home and get it recovered because it's gonna look bad. But yeah, that was a whole just stream he did, which I think was really deserving. I really feel like for tens of thousands of dollars, like I said before, that tiny tattoo, it looks massive, yeah, but for the amount of money he stole from his fans, without shame, then it's deserving, I feel like. And there are some like die-hard Boogie fans that are like, what does he have liar? He might have not known it was cancer, or it wasn't cancer. If there's a chance in his head that he knew he was extending the truth or twisting the story to make it more sympathetic towards him and say that he has cancer, then that proves that he didn't care about what he actually had. He took the chance of saying he has cancer for the pure reason of like as an excuse to take more money. So yeah, that's why I don't care about his tattoo. I think it's reasonable, to get it removed in 2 years. That's fair. But like all the people being like, oh my God, this is crazy. Clip it. Keem's like, you're so crazy. For the amount of money that he saw over the years, and just not just if you don't care about money, fair enough. He lied to his fans for 2 whole years. That's something alone. I don't care.